Welcome to The American Dream, a show that started right here in San Diego, America's finest city, that now spans positive media all across the country, real stories in real neighborhoods. Hi, I'm your host, Craig Sewing, and here's The American Dream. Welcome to The American Dream, a real show, not a reality show. The real estate, the lifestyle, the culture.
It's not just about what you're living in, but the community you're going to live in.
High-rise luxury living.
People are the vehicle, people are the connection, people are the expansion.
Helping folks just like you find your dream home.
It just never disappoints. Real stories in real neighborhoods with real experts. The opportunity to achieve our biggest goals and aspirations.
Here's the American Dream.
I'm Candace Astroff, your host of The American Dream TV, and today we're touring Potomac Point Winery, where you can step away from your everyday. Thanks for having me today at Potomac Point Winery. I really appreciate it, and just wanted to say thank you, and I want to talk with you about your winery and like what started it, what inspired you, all of that. So.
Well, my wife and I, for many, many years, were just researching all about the Virginia wine scene. We did a lot of classes, so I have my viticulture certificate, I have my enology certificate. We went visiting wineries, of course, all over Virginia. We spent some time in California, New York, Spain, Italy.
Amazing.
Had to go over there. Just really checking out what the wine scene was about. Spent some time working and volunteering at some local wineries to get some in-person knowledge. My wife and I found this property not just a couple miles from our house, and we decided with the rolling hills and the topography, it just felt like a nice little mini Tuscany. So we jumped and bought it and decided, and then real quickly decided, that was in 2005, started construction the next year, started planting the vineyard, and opened up in 2007. So it just kind of all fell together.
What is it that a consumer would come in, or somebody who's looking for a fun weekend with activities? What are they going to come here and do?
Sure.
Tell me
Well,
about
we have the traditional wine tasting.
Okay.
So if you want to come in and go up to the tasting bar and try, 8 different wines, 8 or 9, depending on which one you do, you can have more of the fan favorite wines, or you can have our award-winning wines. So we have 2 different ones that you can choose from. So that's one way to do that, or you can do it tableside. That's become very popular here lately, is to try 6 different wines, all whites, all reds, and be able to try them on your own and walk yourself through the whole pairing with the guide sheet that we give you.
Oh, that's fun.
So that, or you can come in for the traditional bistro and sit down, order your food. We have very focused on tapas. So we love to have the individual small plates come out. So you can have that, do your flight at the table, enjoy the food, walk around the vineyard. We have lots of areas that you can just hang out, like Merlot Meadow, Chianti's Corner, our ceremony, the picnic grounds. We're only a half a mile from the Potomac River. So the sunsets have all that color that you usually get around the water. So there's several places around here. We got 23 acres. Would you like to go take a look at where the magic happens?
Let's do it.
We got the vineyard, the cellar, and let's go take a look.
I'd love to see it. Let's
Okay.
go.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So this is Coyote Wine Cave. So while we were under construction, we had a couple visitors one evening. It happened to be the day we poured concrete.
Oh no.
So if you look right here, it was the wet concrete. So you can see, here's the coyote right here. That's the mother
Oh my gosh.
and her young pup right here.
They're so cute.
So we had seen the coyote bedded down below the Cabernet Franc. We didn't know she had the pup until we saw the small footprints.
That's adorable.
So, but right now we do have a 7.5-foot tall deer fence around the whole property. So we haven't seen coyotes in quite a while, although they are here in Stafford County.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay, so we do have a club that's called the Barrel Club that will actually come down here and do this barrel tasting twice a year, once in the spring and once in the fall. We bring you down and show you and let you try 8 to 9 different wines and be able to talk about the vintage how everything is aging, how everything is going. Try wines from different years and see how they're developing in the barrel. It's kind of like, think about it doing wine in the raw.
That's
And be
amazing.
able- you can get an advanced feel and taste for what the wine's going to be several years from now.
Thank you, Skip, so much for having us today. I can definitely see why your tagline is a step away from your everyday. This was an escape, and I truly loved it, and I definitely will be back.
All right, great, welcome.
Thank you. I'm Candace Astroff, the founder of Perfect Choice Real Estate, and I'd love to help you achieve the American dream.
Welcome to the American Dream. I'm your host, Nancy Allard, and today we are at the Selma Mansion in Leesburg, Virginia. We are witnessing the rebirth of this amazing property that was originally built in 1741. Come on in and let's enjoy this journey of this Virginia history. We are here today at the Selma Mansion in Leesburg, Virginia. This is part of Virginia's history. It was built in 1741. It burned down in 1896, I believe, then it was rebuilt, and then Sharon Burt purchased it when it was in ruins and totally did a rebirth renovation, and we're gonna be talking to Sharon today about why you purchased this property, how it inspired you, and how it inspired the writing, and does any of the characters are part of this house, and about the ghost also.
About the ghost. Everyone loves our ghost.
So Sharon Burt, married, 6 children, originally from right here, Leesburg, Virginia, and you decided to stay and pour back into your community. I am so honored to be here chatting with you today.
Well, and thank you so much, Nancy, for having me onto your program. Yeah, I grew up, just 3 miles, 2.5 miles, just a little north up in Luckett's. But then my husband, Scott Miller, and I, we both worked in government contracting, as you mentioned. We owned a company called FCI Federal, and we sold it in 2017. We bought this house actually in 2016. I saw it, one of my friends from college had posted it on her Facebook page, and it was in ruins, and I didn't recognize it at first. And when they said it was Selma, I was like, oh my goodness, I remember the house from when I was growing up as a kid, and I was like, oh my gosh, it can't sit like that. And so I just had this I had to get it. So my husband and I, we trekked out here in the snow with one of my kids, and saw it, and he was like, there's no way we're doing this. And I go, oh,
because of
honey,
the undertaking.
I said, all it needs is a little wire brush and some paint. It'll be good,
right,
you know. And so yeah, a little while later, but it was bad. For example, this room that we're in, there were birds living in the curtains. These aren't the curtains on the inside. Well, the windows were out.
Right.
There were vines growing in through this window because this whole porch was completely covered in wisteria and honeysuckle
So it is
and
that
ivy.
the previous owner just...
It had been abandoned. And so we purchased it. We started in March of 2017 on the renovations. We finished the first round of them by the following summer, and then we had it completely done by July of 18. It's a never-ending project when you have a house like this. It's old, that needs lots of attention and lots of love. I just felt an energy call me to it. It's the weirdest thing. And I felt it right about here in the Great Hall, standing in between this room and the hall, like kind of looking in, and it just spoke to me. It just said, this is
your house.
This is my house. And so when we first bought it, I had a little talk with the things that might be here. And I just said to them, y'all stay on your side of the wall.
And I'll stay on
my side of the wall, and we'll get along just fine. So I've never been bothered by any of the energy that's in this place.
But clearly there's
energy in this place. And we were filming a couple weeks ago the trailer for my new book, The Graves of Truth, which you have there. And we were all in the smoking room, and it was around 9 o'clock, and everyone smelled it at the same time. We smelled baking bread. And this is not the first time we've smelled baking bread. There's no bread being baked anywhere in the house, but it was clearly a smell. Everybody smelled it. And I said, that's just our little ghost back in in the family kitchen area.
I so appreciate you sitting down with me today to share a little bit of your history, the history about the Selma Mansion. I thank you very much for sitting down with me today, and I love this conversation. So don't forget, October is coming out, The Grace of Troy.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you for joining us today at the Selma Mansion as we explore the rebirth of this fabulous property. And thank you, Sharon Burtz, for allowing us to come in and learn a little more about you, your family, and why you do what you do and your foundation. When you're in the DC metro area, visit the Selma Mansion. I'm your host, Nancy Allard. See you next time.
Welcome to the American Dream. We are your hosts for today's show. I'm Sanam Alhooie Jahandar.
And hi, I'm Sadaf with Aloha Homes. We are super excited that you could join us today on this super special episode we have. Loudoun County is well known for many things, including its history, scenery, business success, as well as wineries. Who knew that we are standing right here in Loudoun, in Leesburg, Virginia, which is part of Loudoun County, and at the home of the Segra field, which is the home for the Loudoun United football club, a professional soccer team, part of the USL Championship League.
Segra Field is a very unique facility with multiple spaces that can hold a variety of different events. It's a perfect spot to up your wedding game. Hi, Angela. Thanks so much for having us out today and showing us around this incredible facility.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah, can you tell us a little bit about the club and what you guys are doing now?
Sure. Loudoun United was birthed in 2018, and our players took the field for the first time in 2019. And since then, we've changed over ownership. My father and I took over control of the ownership group in 2023. And at that point, it gave us an opportunity to really define our identity. And we wanted to be the community club. We wanted to be the club where not only our players and our staff felt included, but the community could be a part of our journey together. So it's been a wild ride since. This is season 2, and so far, right now, we're in an 8-game unbeaten streak,
which is amazing.
That's history in our club. So it's been awesome, and it just continues to grow, which has been a blessing to be a part of.
I've heard that there are many events held here.
Yes.
And can you give us a little more information on it?
Yeah, we love to hold events, and we don't only just play soccer on the pitch at Segra Field, but we also hold events right here in the 703 Club. How cool is that? And we host all the way from birthday parties to corporate events to nonprofits, get-togethers, family field days. I mean, you think it, we'll do it.
So you guys do a lot of theme nights here and
we do.
Giveaways. Can
yes.
you tell us some about those?
Yeah, the theme nights is really our opportunity to partner with the community and help all groups, all people feel included. In fact, we've got a really fun one coming up on September 14th, 80s and 90s night.
Wow.
I mean, 80s and 90s, that's the event, right? And so giveaways, at that particular night, we are doing some fun giveaways with hats and tickets. And so I'll just show you real quick. We've got this fun little giveaway.
Oh, that's very cool.
So little retro, and reversible. So if you're feeling less party-ish, you can just be very conservative. But if you're feeling a little
that's
funky,
so cool.
Turn it up.
You turn it up, right? You turn it up. So we do things like this throughout the whole season. Some of our crowd favorites are the Hometown Heroes or our 703 night where vendors within Loudoun and come out and they're able to display, their products and their businesses. So again, it's just our awesome opportunity to be a part of the community and the community be part of our journey.
Yeah, we love that.
That's very nice, definitely.
Thanks
we
so
need
much
that.
for having us out
Yeah,
here and
thanks
showing
for
us
coming.
around.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah,
Thank
appreciate
you for
your time.
Yeah, we
Thank
appreciate
you.
that.
Thanks so much for joining us today here at Segra Field in Leesburg, Virginia.
We can't wait to catch the next game. For those of you that joined us today, we would like to thank you all for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you on our next American Dream. Until then,
Bye.
Hi, welcome to the American Dream. I'm your host, Amy Stanley, and today we're at Project Canine Hero, a nonprofit organization which provides assistance to the nation's retired police and military working canines. Joining me is Jason Johnson, the CEO and founder of Project Canine Hero, along with his amazing team, my partner Chiaga Diaz, and Canine Yubi. I am proud and honored to introduce you to a few canine heroes today. Jason, you've provided services to nearly 300 canines. Tell us more about the canines you have here at the center.
Yeah, absolutely. These canines here were going to be either euthanized or put down or didn't have a home to go to after their faithful service to their country or their communities. Over here we have military working dog Black. He served in the United States Air Force, Grand Forks, North Dakota. Canine Ricky, who served with the ATF Special Response Team out of Detroit, Michigan. Military working dog Kwana, who did a tour in Afghanistan with the United States Army out of Fort Bliss, Texas. We have Canine Barney from the Harris County Constable's Office in Harris County, which is right outside Houston, Texas. We have Canine Castle from Gallatin PD here in Tennessee. And our international program member is Canine Blitz from the British Columbia Police Department in Vancouver.
Great, let's learn more about Canine Blitz.
This is Canine Blitz, who served at the Vancouver, British Columbia Police Department. Before the age of 5, he actually had 200 captures and 27 criminal street apprehensions or bite apprehensions. During his time in service, he actually had some behavioral and aggression issues with the handler's family, which led him to leave service and needing a home. They called us all the way from Canada. We accepted him here in our program as our very first international recipient to come to Project Canine Hero and actually be saved here.
Here we have military working dog Kwana. Jason, tell us about this combat veteran.
Kwana actually served in the United States military, and he had a great career, also serving in Afghanistan, where he protected thousands of American lives and assets. But after his service in Afghanistan, he developed a form of PTSD, and since 2016, no handler was ever able to handle him again. He actually sat in the kennels out at Fort Bliss for almost 6 years until Project Canine Hero became available, or he was an answer, so he didn't have to be put down after his service to our country.
What is the mission of Project Canine Hero?
Project Canine Hero is a national nonprofit that helps retired police canines like Ricky here and military working dogs with medical care, prescription food, rehabilitation, rehoming, and end-of-duty services.
Tell us more about Canine Ricky.
Canine Ricky served with the United States government with the ATF Special Response Team 1 out of Detroit, Michigan. In his career, he did over 250 high-risk operations. This is going after some of America's most wanted and dangerous criminals.
He is truly a hero.
He is truly a hero. And it's important to know that not every hero like Ricky has a home to go to in their retirement. And here at our 177-acre rehabilitation and rehoming center, we offer a sanctuary for these guys to make sure that they can live out the best life possible after their service.
So if a canine is injured or doesn't have a home to go to when he's retired, you have a process of evaluating canines.
We do. Some have behavioral issues, some have home issues. In Ricky's case, his handler got promoted internally, took on a new position within the government that didn't really allow him to travel with them anymore. It was a higher responsibility for him. So he thought the best thing for Ricky would be to come here, be a national ambassador for us, and help us change the way laws are written and legislation is for generations to follow for heroes just like himself.
K9 Yubi is the national ambassador of Project K9 Hero. Jason, tell us Yubi's story.
Well, Yubi served at the Chattanooga Police Department for several years. She actually had 6 handlers during her career. But once her service was up, none of those handlers were able to take her after her service. And she actually needed a home to go to in retirement. She actually spent 6 months in a kennel down at their firing range until they found Project K9 Hero. And when she came here with her personality and her amazing smile, she won the job to be our 3rd ever national ambassador.
Well, I want to thank you for having us here today. Your dedication to these K9 heroes is amazing. I appreciate it.
And I want to dedicate this episode to those K9 heroes who helped pave the way for this organization. Specifically my K9 partner Flash, K9 Axel, and military working dog Rosso. If it wasn't for them, none of this would ever exist.
I hope you feel inspired by these K9 stories today. And until next time, please support your local charities through volunteering, donation, and adoptions. And let's see where you find me next here on The American Dream.
Hi, I'm Jill Kravchuk with The American Dream, and today we're in the nation's capital. We are in Pacific Circle, now known as DuPont Circle. Let's go see what this vibrant community is all about. DuPont Circle, located in Washington, D.C., has a rich history that dates back to the late 19th century. It was initially developed in the 1870s as one of the city's first planned residential areas outside the original city boundaries. The area was named after Samuel Francis DuPont, a rear admiral in the U.S. Navy. Today, DuPont Circle is a bustling urban enclave known for its historic architecture, lively nightlife, and numerous embassies and vibrant cultural scene. It remains a popular destination for residents and visitors alike, combining historical charm with modern amenities.
So special here. I mean, there's so many things. It's just awesome because it's this all-inclusive venue that it's not just coming to grab a drink and sit at a bar. It's you can grab a cocktail that's craft handmade, and you can golf if you want. There's a DJ. We have different food vendors. It's your one-stop shop for just an evening, or even when you want to do a brunch package of coming out with your friends, and just you can spend 3 hours here, and then there's just always something to do. What is your favorite food here? I know you have to have like a favorite. The empanadas are phenomenal, honestly. They're out of our vendor, Two Taco, from Meat Hospitality, and they're just the right amount of spice. They have a little bit of cheese mix to them. They're so good, and they come with like a sauce on the side that adds a little bit more kick if you want. So those are definitely a top favorite. There are 9 holes for each side, right? What is your favorite hole? Water wheel course hole 9. It's just really cool because water wheel is our main course. It's in the middle of the venue, and when you get to hole 9, it's not just the end. If you get a hole in one there, you can then spin the wheel, and if it lands on any prize, you can win a voucher to get a free drink or a dessert, and it's really cool because it's not like, oh, you think you're at the end at hole 9, and it's just like this extra bonus. Nice, yeah. Nice. So let me ask you, Swingers is not necessarily a new concept. You have a number of different locations. Correct, yeah. Tell me a little bit about that. Yeah, absolutely. So it actually started as a pop-up in London. It did so well, they made it brick and mortar. We now have 2 locations in London. We have the one here in DC, we have one in New York City, and then super excited, we're about to open our Las Vegas venue in November. So super exciting. We're about to go West Coast, cross country. Wow, so definitely exciting. I can't tell you how much I'm so excited to try food, try the drinks. I can't wait to go. Awesome. Thank you so much for having us. Absolutely, my pleasure.
I want to thank Swingers for a fabulous evening. This is a livable, walkable, vibrant community. Thanks for joining me today in DuPont Circle. Bye.
Well, I hope you enjoyed today's show, produced from America's finest city, but shot in the heart of your neighborhoods. Don't forget positive media when the world really needs it. See you next time. In the meantime, cheers to your American dream.